If you've been going to the gym, eating a lot, and still somehow look the same as exactly 6 months ago, you're not cursed, you're just doing it all wrong. Here are the 3 reasons why you still haven't grown. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how you can fix each and every single one of them. First off, before I dive deep into the 3 big reasons why you haven't progressed, I just want to make it very clear that there are 3 main pillars of fitness: training, nutrition, and consistency. And between these 3, there are thousands of tips, tricks, things that you can avoid, more consistency tips, all these things that'll help you get more consistent in the gym, little things that you can do to enhance your lifting. But really, if you focus on the little tips instead of the grand scheme of things, you're not going to go anywhere. So stop focusing on the little nuances, and I'm going to give you just one thing to fix from each of these points: training, nutrition, and consistency. First off, training. You are program hopping. You don't see results in the first 3 weeks, and so you think, oh, my program isn't working. No, you just don't have the patience and consistency to actually stick with it long enough to see the results that you're looking for. If you're program hopping, if you're jumping from program to program every few weeks, do you think you're actually going to be able to see the results that will come out of it? Of course not. You need to find one program that works. I mean, push-pull leg for a 3-day split works perfectly well regardless of your situation. So just get a split like that, push-pull legs. Follow it consistently 3 days a week, and that's all you need. Stop trying to overcomplicate things. Stop trying to add a bunch of exercises, extra sets, all these kinds of things. Just focus on the fundamentals and you will build muscle. That's all you need. 90% of all progress will be made within just focusing on the fundamentals, forgetting all the tricks. You can train a lot more simple while making a lot more gains if you focus on the big overall picture instead of just the little tiny tricks. Which brings us to the biggest problem with nutrition. Really, in nutrition, I mean, in terms of skinny guys, the favorite saying among all skinny guys is, my metabolism is so fast, I eat so much, but I promise. And I'm not flaming you because I said that, and I'll go off and say that every single person has actually said that before. Any skinny person has said that I eat so much, bro, I promise. But that's actually not true. That isn't true at all. I've had clients that say, yeah, bro, I eat like 5,000 calories. And then when I actually have them tracked, they're eating like 1,800 calories. They're below their maintenance. And just a quick terminology, in terms of maintenance calories is how much calories you need to eat to stay exactly the same weight. If you eat less than that, then you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. If you eat more than that, you're going to gain weight, right? So you need to start tracking your calories. You need to know what you're actually eating, what's actually going inside your body. Stop wasting time blaming your genetics, making all these different excuses when really it's all your fault. It's not your genetics, it's not your fast metabolism. Because if 99% of people say that they're the outlier, that their metabolism is so fast, that the reason that they haven't gained weight is because of their metabolism, then by default, you're not an outlier. You're not one of the 1%. You're just average. Everybody else makes the same excuse. That means you're normal. So I'm telling you right now, 99% of you watching this right now, you guys aren't outliers. You're not some special breed or anything like that. You're one of the 99%, which isn't bad because you still make a lot of gains. Because I was the same way. I would say the same stuff. I would be one of the 99 that would make all these excuses, but now I'm pretty jacked. So just the one tip that you can take away from this nutrition segment is stop blaming your genetics. Stop making all these excuses and just track your calories. Just tracking. Just getting some logistics on what you're actually eating, what you're actually putting inside your body will tell you all you need to know. It'll tell you how much protein you're eating. Oh shoot, I'm a little high on carbs. I'm a little high on fats. Oh, I'm eating way too little protein. I'm eating way too much. Like all these kinds of different things, you'll actually know instead of having to depend on your feelings, having to depend on your emotions. Like, I feel like I'm eating too much. I feel like I'm eating too little. Just track it and you'll know everything without having to overcomplicate it on yourself. And the last biggest problem that all beginners make is you're not consistent. Like I said, in terms of the fundamentals, literally just showing up, having a decent split and not switching it around, and eating enough, like while tracking your lifts and calories, will do you wonders. That'll get you 90% of the way there without any kind of overcomplications, without any kind of extra tips, without anything. But me telling you, just be consistent, just show up regardless how you feel. It's a lot harder than it actually seems. It's not just, yeah, bro, just show up regardless how you feel. Like, that's hard. I'm tired, I'm sad, I'm whatever. Like, it's hard to actually show up to the gym regardless how you feel, just like all these other online gurus preach, right? Your feelings shouldn't dictate how you act, but it's hard not to let them dictate how you act, right? So I'll tell you the one trick that helps me in terms of staying consistent, right? And this is a mistake that all beginners make, which is they're trying to jump from 0 to 100. You're not gonna go from 0 to 6 days a week 2-hour workouts, plus sauna, plus shower, plus swimming after, and having a whole cardio session. And it's not gonna happen. In fact, you by telling yourself that it's gonna happen, you by telling yourself all these things, you scare yourself. Oh shoot, I still have to go to the gym and hit this 2-hour workout. And this is the thing I always say. Just tell yourself 2 minutes, 5 minutes, just go to the gym, walk in, get a warm-up going. There's no shame in doing 15 to 30-minute workout. There's no shame in that at all. Especially if you're a beginner, everyone wants to jump up to the big leagues. You're not in the big leagues yet, bro. You're not in the NBA yet. Go practice. You need to practice before you can actually try out for the NBA. Go to your high school club, then play some college, then go to the G League, then try out for the NBA. You're not just gonna jump from high school basketball to the NBA, right? So stop trying to do the same thing with the gym. Stop going from 0 to 6 days. Go 2 to 3 days a week, 15 to 30-minute workouts, and that's perfectly fine. That'll do you wonders. That'll be amazing for you. And just that, 3 days a week, especially for beginners, that'll give you a ton of muscle gain. But even if you're a little more advanced and you're falling off in terms of consistency, there's no shame in taking a step back. There's no shame in saying, shoot, I haven't been consistent with 5 days a week. I might have to scale back. And I'm gonna be honest, I had to do this recently. I said, okay, I haven't been consistent with 5 days a week. I have to scale it back. I'm gonna start going 3 days a week. You can start 2 days, even just 2 days a week. That's a lot better than nothing because you have such high expectations of yourself and wanting to go 15 times a week. That's not as good as just scaling down, saying I'm gonna go just 2 days a week because I admit that I made a mistake. I admit that I haven't been as consistent as I should be. So just scaling down, humbling yourself, then slowly building back up, gradually, instead of 0 to 100, 0 to 20, then 30, 40, 50. Then eventually getting to the 5 days a week where you're training hard, intensely, without even having to worry about anything. You just automatically, you just built the habit. You can get 90% of your full potential doing 40% of the work. And then all the other stuff, you have to do a lot more. You have to track a lot more. You have to, do all these little tricks. It'll help you push that last bit. Just build the consistency, show up, track your list, track your calories, stop jumping from program to program, get consistent at the basics, get consistent at the fundamentals, and lock in. Now I understand with that last line, it's not that easy to just lock in. So if you need help locking in, getting a plan that actually suits you, a custom meal plan, custom program, and a coach in your back, giving you all the tips without overcomplicating your life and helping you stay consistent even on your worst days, then go ahead and book a free call with me down below. We'll talk about your number one struggle, we'll talk about your number one goal, and I'll give you a game plan to actually help you achieve that goal. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Let's go!